Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hemashailaabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninamagraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranamadhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shoka Moha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om. We are meeting after a very long time. At the outset, I wish you all a very, very, very happy, harmonious, healthy and prosperous New Year 2024. May Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, along with Mata Sita ji, Lakshman ji, Hanuman ji and Param Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayanand ji bless all of us to become better than what we are today and move towards Him. seeking their grace and blessings, we will begin this series. I am not going to go to a update of the previous or flashback. We are going to continue because it is there in the video. You can always refer back and see. We are going to continue. All I would like to mention is we are now considering or discussing Param Pujya Goswami Tulsidas Ji's metaphor on the river. The entire Ramacharita is being related to a river, and he has been talking about it. Now in this 42nd Chaupai, we will see, in fact in another two Chaupais, 42nd and 43rd, he concludes this particular metaphor. Okay, we will see how it is. कीरति सरित चहूरि तुरूरी समय सुहावनि पावनि भूरी हिम हिम शैल सुता शिव ब्याहु शिशिर सुखद प्रभु जन्म उछाहु बरनब राम विवाह समाजु सोमुद मंगलमय ऋतुराजु ग्रीष्म दुसह राम बन गवनु पंथ कथाखर आतप पवनु वर्षा घोर निशाचर रारी सुरकुल साली सुमंगलकारी राम राज सुख विनय बड़ाई बिसद सुखद सोई सरद सुहाई सती शिरोमणि सिय गुण गाथा सोई गुण अमल अनुपम पाथा भरत सुभाव सुशीतलताई सदा एक रस बरनि न जाई अवलोकनि बोलनि मिलनी प्रीति परस्पर हास भापय भली चहु बंधु की जल माधुरी सुबास सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भई सब संतन की जय. Before we continue, I request you to accept this one because I have changed my spectacle. The earlier spectacle had lot of scratches. Therefore, I have changed my spectacle. So, I need to little adjust. So, please put up with my little reading, hitches if any. Bhagavan is being described. Along with that, the katha written by Goswami Tulsidas Ji, the Ramacharita is also being described, and it is compared to a river. Now, in this Chaupai, Tulsidas Ji says, Kirati Sarita Chahu Rithururi. Kirati means the glory of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra Ji's katha, the river of Rama's glory, is so delightful in all 6 seasons. Ritukala we say. He says, Chahu Ritururi. It is so beautiful in all these 6 seasons. Meaning what? It is not that the katha is very interesting at certain point and not interesting certain point, maybe a little boring in some places, maybe very hyperactive in some places, very harsh. No. Every single aspect of Ramacharita compared to a river is so beautiful. In all these 6 ritus, now you will see Samaya Suhavani Pavani Bhuri. It is very charming. It is very holy. It is very beautiful. At the same time, Pavani. Pavani meaning what? It purifies our heart. It purifies our mind. Time and again this is being told. Why time and again this is being told? It is only for us to understand that we need to give ourselves to it. No, they very beautifully it is said. You can take the horse to the river, but you can't make it drink. Isn't it? Similarly, Santa Purushas can bring the Grantha to our doors in front of us. You don't have to come here. Today the technology is so very helpful that you don't have to come all the way here to a remote place away from the Mysore city also. You can sit relaxedly in your home. You don't have to make up yourself. You don't have to decorate yourself. You don't have to. You just have to switch on the TV, go to YouTube, or you can switch on your tab or mobile. It is there right in front of you wherever you are. Very many times, please be very attentive. We take it for granted. Why? It is always there. Let me listen to it later, and we will never listen to it. Samaya Suhavani Pavani Bhuri. Unless we offer ourselves, unless we give ourselves, unless we are ready to withdraw from the whims and fancies of the world which we are drowned in, the joy of this wonderful experience will not be available. Therefore, while we are doing all our day-to-day activities, now from this series, we had made a mention, we had sent posters and everything. From today, we are going to take 7 days session, 2 times a week. And each session will be 45 minutes so that we can cover up a little more and we can go a little more faster. That is our idea. I am sure you are aware of it. This 45 minutes is all what is required. And after that, to contemplate on it, reflect on it, recollect and enjoy is up to you. This 45 minutes is what we have to give. Can't we do that? The one who has given 24 hours, can't we give 45 minutes? Our attention. This is what is required. Samaya Suhavani Pavani. It will purify our mind. Slowly, slowly, when the Katha unfolds, you will find our interests are slowly getting clearer. Our mind gets slowly clearer and clear, and we will all have such beautiful interests because our heart has to be involved. The more purified the heart is, the more my mind will be towards it. So, Pavani Bhuri. Now he says, Hima Hima Saila Suta Siva Byahu. The first he takes up the wedding of Himavati Parvati, that represents cold season. Hima means what? We know snow, ice, and therefore Himalayas are indicated. It is very cold, and that is where Himasaila Suta Siva Byahu, Parvati ji and Shivaji, Shankara, lives in that very cold place. And the season is also very cold. Which is the first season? Shishira Sukhada Prabhu Janama Uchavu. In that Shishira Ritu, that means what? Very cold season. In that cold season, Prabhu Janamu Uchavu. In that season, Prabhu Sri Ramchandraji's Janana took place. Now we are not, this is only initial part. Janma will be there, that we will see elaborately. In the small section, he says, what are all the 6 ritus and in which ritu what happened and how they are beautifully related is what is being told. So in the Shishira ritu, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji's birth took place. And then immediately, straight away he goes. Because he has already told a lot. Baranabarama Bibaha Samaju Somuda Mangala Maya Rituraju. The story, this particular story of Bhagavan Ramchandraji, Baranabaram Bibaha Samaju, Ramchandraji's wedding with Sitaji took place in this Shishira Ritu, very cold season. So Muda Mangalamaya. It is very auspicious, very joyful, very delightful. Muda Mangalamaya Rituraju. Remember, Muda and Mangala always in Ramcharitamanas comes together, because it is not only auspicious, it is very delightful also. Grishma Dusaha Rama Banagavanu. Immediately he changes to the next Ritu. Grishma Ritu. What is Grishma Ritu? Summer season. In that hot summer season, Rama Banagavanu, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji left for the forest. Panthakata Khara Atapapavanu, and his wandering in the forest. The tale, the story of wandering in the forest, Panthakatha Khara Atapapavanu. You know, while he was wandering in the forest, having sent away from Ayodhya 14 years of Vanavas, he was roaming around. And what does that mean? He was roaming around when there is terrible sun. You know, in the summer season, we all get very tired. In fact, I must tell you, I am sure you will relate this to what I say. During summer season, we already are worked up in our mind. What? It is very hot. Swamiji, it is so hot. You know, Swamiji, it is hotter than the previous year. I am sure about 3-4 degrees extra it must be. It is so hot, Swamiji. I can't work with this. Don't we say that? Very interesting. Every year we say the same thing. This year, my God, the heat is so much, Swamiji, it is so sultry, I am sweating like a pig. All that we give dialogues. In case, think, every year if it is going to be 3 degrees or 4 degrees in excess, today we don't know how much degrees it would have been. Is it not? 60, 70 degrees centigrade. Think. It is not so. It is the same. But our mind, because we want everything comfortable. Even Bhagavan has gone through it. Who are we? Is it not? Pantakathakara Atapapavan. It is blazing sun. And it is hot winds also. Pavanu, Atapapavanu. It is very, very hot winds. During that period, Ramchandraji walked in the forest. And the next season, immediately he says, Bharasha Ghora Nisachararari. When the rainy season started, it was at that time he went and fought with the Nisachara, Ravana. Bharasha Ghora, very, very horrible, torrential rains. And during that period, he fought with Nisachara. Surakula Sali Sumangalakari. At the same time, now please note, one side of the Katha is Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji during the rainy season fought with the Nisachara. Therefore, it was a bad happening. But at the same time, this Barasha meaning what? Rains are very, 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 very important because it is a blessing. Surakula Sali Sumangalakari. How? Because of the rains, all the growth takes place. the paddy and all the other agricultural products, what we use, all of them grow because of the rainy season. So rainy season has got two things. One, it may disrupt our work. At the same time, it actually provides all the necessary food. That is why in the Upanishad says Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat Annadhyeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante Annena Jatani Jivanti Annam Prayantya Bhisamvishantiti. Because of food, Jayate. Because of food, Jivati. And once we die, we go back to that Annamaya, which is matter, food. Then we become like the manure, giving portion to the land, and it again brings Annam. Therefore, very, very important is during this period, it becomes the cause for a right season for the paddy to grow. Please note, we are talking of a river, and that is compared to Ramcharitamanas. We must not forget that. Rama Raja Sukha Binaya Badai. Once he goes, he fights with the Nishachara and then brings Sita ji along with even Hanumanji. All of them come back. Then what happens? Rama Rajya. Now today there is a very famous topic which is going on in this Punya Bhumi Bharata, where after so many hundreds of years, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji has come back to his own abode. And everybody say, Rama Rajya has begun. Is it not? How lucky, how blessed all of us are to be living in this period when Rama Rajya is being established by bringing Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, Rama Lalla, to his abode, Ayodhya. Rama Raja Sukha Binaya Badai. In this beautiful, which season? Bisada Sukada Soi Sarada Suhai. Sarada means Sharada Ritu. In that Ritu, in that season, Rama Rajya Sukha Binaya Badai. Then Rama Rajya was established. Sukha Binaya. Lot of joyful experiences. Everywhere there was delight. Everywhere there was joy. Even now we see, now when on January 22nd, when Bhagavan Ram Lalla came back to his abode, Ayodhya, all over the world, even in the Islam countries, they celebrated. Think, many of the foreign countries, even like Africa, they gave holiday or 2-3 hours permission for people to go and watch the consecration of Ram Lalla. Isn't it? During this period, how many generations have come and gone? How many hundreds and thousands of people have sacrificed their life for this particular day? How lucky all of us are to be, present, alive, and watch this wonderful, beautiful occurrence of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji coming back to his abode. Rama Rajya Sukha Binaya Badai. It not only brings delight, it not only brings happiness, it, humbles. It brings humility. Badai, it increases multifold. How thankful we must be. How joyful we are. How much we have to sublimate ourselves at the feet of Bhagavan for happening during our lifetime. Aren't we blessed? Bisada Sukada Soi Sarada Suhai. In that Sharada Ritu, Sarada Suhai, it indicates beautiful season, a cloudless, Suhai, cloudless, delightful. Sharadaritu, charming autumn season. And this is the season we all love, isn't it? Luckily, now we are in that season. And in this season, Ramarajya has started. Hi Ram, how lucky we are. Jai Shri Ram. Sati Siromani Siya Gunagatha. Recital of the way, the virtues of Siromani Siya Gunagata. Sati Siromani Siya Guna. Recital of the virtues of Sitaji. And what is that? Shiromani, the crest jewel of all women. You know, in the 5 women, the most faithful women, Sitaji takes the highest place. That does not diminish this one for all of people who are living here. Many would be of that kind. But the idea here is Sitaji stands high among all the faithful wives. Soiguna amala anupamapatha. This particular season constitutes the excellence. Anupama, transparent, incomparable. That water, we are talking of the water, remember, Ramacharita the Sarayu Nadi. Bharata Subhavu Susitalatai Sada Ekarasa Bharanina Jai. The Bharata's life is very beautifully told here. Bharata's life expresses Susitalatai. It expresses the coldness. What is this coldness here? The idea here is Sada Ekarasabarani. He remains the same at all period of time. Now you may wonder, no, he became so sad, he became so this one, etc., etc., etc. But at the same time, once he got clear of what has happened, he remained very, very stable. He remained very clear. Even while going to meet Ramchandraji, speaking to Ramchandraji, taking his Charana Paduka on his head, coming back to Ayodhya, placing it in the throne in Simhasana, and then living in Nandigrama, attending every single aspect, administration of Ayodhya, he remained calm and quiet, waiting for 14 years until Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji came, and then he placed him on the throne. At the same time, Ekarasa Bharanina Jai. He never, became distracted. It represents coolness. Meaning what? Being sthira. There is one bhajan, Sthirata nahi nahi re. I don't know the full bhajan, but this word always comes to me. There is no sthirata in our life, but Bharata represents Susitalatai, meaning Ekarasa Bharanina Jai. Avalokani bolani milani priti parasparahasa. It is said, in this beautiful life of these 4 brothers, Bhapaya Bhali Chahu Binduki. These 4 brothers, the way they 4 brothers took care of each other. Avalokani, Bolani, Milani. Avalokani, being beautifully today's brothers, oh God, they are ready to kill each other for the sake of some petty property which they cannot carry also. Is it not? For petty things we find, really, really petty, paltry things we find with the fight with our brothers, and brothers cannot see each other. Brothers go away. In fact, they leave the old parents and they go away for their own sukha. But look at that. Avalokani, when the way they care of each other. Bolani, the way they in transaction, speaking to each other. Milani, whenever they met each other, Preeti Paraspara. There was only love between each other. Preeti Paraspara Hasa. Hasa means what? They rejoiced. They entertained. Lot of laughing. Meaning what? Lot of laughing means not foolish laughing. Lot of laughing meaning what? Each one of them contributed to the other's happiness. Hasa. Bhayapa bhalichahu bandiki Jalamadhuri Subhasa. Now this Jala, Ramacharita that river, Madhuri, it became so sweet, and Subhasa, fragrance. The whole Ramacharita is filled with lot of sweetness, lot of fragrance, and therefore we see the four brothers becoming the very ideal brothers, teaching us how we should be between the siblings. So beautiful. And then he says, he continues. Now with this, the 42nd is over. We'll take up the 43rd. Arati. I will change the tune because the tune in this, for this particular occasion, the other tune is very beautiful. Arati binaya deenata mori laghuta lalita subari nathori adbhuta salila sunata gunakari asa piyasa manomalahari Rama suprema hi poshata pani Harata sakala kali kalusha galani Bhavashrama soshaka toshaka tosha Samana durita dukhadari dosha Kama koha mada mohana savana Bimala bibeka biraga badhavana Sadara majjana pana kiyete Mitahi papa paritapa hiyete Jinayehi barina manasa dhoye Te kayara kalikala bigoye Trishita nirakhira bikara bhava bari Phirahi mruga jimi jiva dukhari Mati anuhari subari guna Gana gani mana anhavai Sumiri bhavani sankarahi Kah kabi katha suhai Abara ghupati pada pankaruha Hiyadhari pai prasada Kahau jugal muni barya kara Milana subhaga sambad siyavar Ramachandra ki jai Pavan sutta Hanuman ki jai Umapati Mahadev ki jai बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय आरती बिनय दीनता मोरे Tulsidas says I am longing, my intense longing, and that too what? With humility, binaya, deenata. Deenata here meaning what? I am helpless, I have to speak about him. With all that humility, vinayata, deenata, mori, laghuta, lalita, subari, nathori. All this, what actually it represents? It represents laghuta. Laghuta here represents the little. I am such a small person. At the same time, Lalita Subharina Thori. It brings in lot of purity in my heart. This holy water, Ramacharita has bring lot of purity in my heart, and therefore I cannot resist myself. Adabhuta Salila Sunata Gunakari. This marvelous water, Ramacharita will heal all our problems, will heal our mind, which is totally astray. Listen to Ramacharita, the mind will collect itself, compose itself, focus itself, and then you will find there is so much of joy. Asa piyasa. Asa means desires. Piyasa, the thirst of desires will be quenched. And Manomalahari, it not only will quench my thirst of all desires, but at the same time, Malahari, all the dirt in my mind will be washed away. Because of what? Because of Ramacharita Manas. Rama Suprema hi Poshata Pani. Love for Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. This water, Ramacharita Manas, will make the love towards Ramchandraji grow. It nourishes that love. That is the glory of Ramchandraji. Let me tell you, after having taken so many other texts earlier, for the past 30 years, we have been handling Vedanta classes. But after I studied Ramacharita now I feel nothing else is required. This is sufficient. Everything is there in this. Karma, bhakti, dhyana, jnana. Everything is there. And not only that, it not only brings in knowledge, but it soothes the heart. That is what finally we want. We want peace. Now we are in pieces. I want peace. I want that joy. Isn't it so? Whatever we take up the work, our end requirement is what? That peace. Conflictless peace. Unconditional quietude. Not because of something. Just that. Think. Harata sakala kali kalusha galani. It will wash away all the dirt of the Kali Yuga. When we have something right in front of us which can bring us so much of joy, why are we running behind the whims and fancies, things and beings of the world? How foolish can we be? And look at that. Rama Suprema hi Poshata Pani Harata Sakala Kali Kalusha Galani Bhava Shrama Soshaka Toshaka Tosha. Appa, look at this beautiful word. It relieves Bhava Shrama Soshaka. It relieves the transmigration. Meaning what? Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jathare Shayanam. This it is going on. Constant. Take birth, go through the life, suffer, die. Again take birth. This cycle is going on. Bhagavan jane how many millions of janmas we must have taken, and how much of by mistake punya karma we have done, that we have taken this human birth, and only in this birth we can listen to Bhagavan's glory. Only in this birth we can gain the knowledge of the Supreme. Only in this birth we can stop the cycle. Think. Bhavashrama Soshaka Toshaka Tosha. A beautiful, wonderful word. Only in this life we can see, how do I say that? Toshaka Tosha, which gratifies the very gratification itself. Certain words you can't translate, you cannot explain. Toshaka tosha, it gratifies the very gratification itself. That is the glory of Ramcharitamanas. I tell you, how much ever I talk about it, you might get bored. But the moment I started reading, the moment I started studying, now I feel I don't want to do anything else in life. Go on being with it. Being with him through this wonderful Ramacharita-manas. Toshaka tosha. At the same time, samana durita dukkha darida dosha. It will put an end. Samana means what? It will finish. What? Durita dukkha. That which brings lot of sorrow, pain. And darida, poverty, dosha, all our errors it will clean. When so many times the Santa Purushas, Mahatmas always say, don't worry, he will take care. Name bhaktah pranashyati. Come to me. Ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Definite statement. Assertive statement. Conditions apply. Samana durita dukkha darida dosha. Therefore, when he is going to do all this, why do you worry? Kama koha mada mohana savana. It will remove all the shadvairinaha. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. He will remove. Why do you worry? Surrender unto him. Bimala bibeka viraga badavana. He will improve. The very reading of Ramcharitamanas will increase what? Viveka Shakti. First of all, it will clean all the past. It will clean all our past karmas, all our errors. And then Vimala, it will make us pure. And with that purity, the Viveka Shakti will increase. What is Viveka Shakti? A discriminative faculty which brings me the knowledge of what is right, what is not, what should I do, what should I not do. That power will become strengthened. Vimala, Viveka, Viraga. Viraga meaning what? It will bring dispassion towards all that is irrelevant for my moving forward unto him. The entire world, entire gamut of things and beings, the entire gamut of people, including the so-called your closest, dearest, most, I know my English is wrong, your most beloved spouse, or children, or parents, all of them are incidental in life. Please be attentive. Your parents, your spouse, your children, your grandchildren, your grandparents, neighbors, colleagues, boss, every single people other than you are incidental only. They are there to take care of the transactional surviving world. But all that which will take you towards the higher is Vimala, Viveka, Viraga, Badavana. That dispassion towards irrelevant things alone can take you to the higher. And then he says, Sadara majjana panakiyete mitahi papa paritapahiyete. Those people who have taken a bath, who have dipped themselves in this particular river of Ramacharita-manas, panakiye, who have sipped, who have dipped and who have sipped, mitahi papa paritapahiyete. It will remove all your papas, sins and everything. No more regrets you will have. All are over, cleaned. done, dusted and done, or done and dusted. At the same time, he ends this particular section with a clear warning. Jinayehi barina manasa dhoye. People who have not taken bath in Ramcharitamanas, who have not studied Ramcharitamanas, te kayara kalikala bigoye. They will be tossed, they will be kicked left, right and center. Because by what? All kayara. They are all unfortunate people. Kalikala bigaye. They are kicked by Kalikala, meaning this Kali Yuga. They will be kicked. And they have to go around, wander. Trishita Nirakhira Bikara Bhavabari. They have to run around, wander in this world outside for the sake of peace, running behind things and beings for sensuous pleasures. Bhavabari. Pirahi. Wandering. Mrigajimi jiva dukhari, like the deer running behind mirage. The optical illusion of a mirage, the deer runs thinking there is water and then comes back. Dukhai. They comes with disappointment. Therefore, people who are not into it are going to suffer. Then there are two dohas which we will see tomorrow. With that, this particular topic ends. Alright, because it is already 45 minutes, we will conclude for now. We will meet tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Bolo Bhai Sab Santan ki jai, Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai.